So what we're looking at here is phase 2 of the Dragon Spine event. If you haven't unlocked the event page yet, it gets unlocked once you finish the Albedo quest, which is one of the main quests you unlock with Dragon Spine. So what we're looking at now is just one of the parts of phase 2, which consists of kind of going around the mountain and clearing out a bunch of mobs. Each one that you clear gives you 150 of the shop currency, and as we can see here, there are three pillars that we kind of have to defend from the mob. They are quite small, only having 8 characters that you have to kill. It's roughly the same on each one. Once you're done, as I mentioned, there is a chest that spawns, so we're about to see that here. And then once you wrap up each mob, you will be able to just go on to the next one. You'll have to do it a few times before you could actually finish out the shop, but it is quite worth it since the rewards are pretty nice on this phase of the event. Moving on to the event page here, we can see that I've already pre-farmed the currency for phase 2, but we'll look at that in a second. For now, if we go onto the page, we'll be able to see that there are a bunch of achievements that give you Primo Gems, just like in phase 1. And if we move over to the event shop here, we can see that I have emptied everything out already. I do have some extra currency for no reason, but it took about 3,100 of the currency to empty everything. So 21 runs got me 3,150 of the currency, so just about that. Everything in the shop is worth farming in my opinion, just because it's not gated by resin, so other than a few minutes of your time, it doesn't really take much of anything else. To get the necessary currency to empty everything, it took me about 30 or 40 minutes, so not too long. Now, if we look at the crystal that I've selected in shop here, we'll be able to see that this is actually how we're getting the duplicates for the event sword. So if we could see here on the refinement tab at rank 1, it's at increased by 16% in elemental skill damage and elemental skill crit rate by 6%. We can see here that it's going up by 4 and 1.5% respectively. So at rank 5, which is what we'll be getting, it'll be at plus 32% elemental skill damage and plus 12% elemental skill crit rate. So that's actually doubling the stats that we're getting at level 1, essentially for free, except for a few minutes here and there of gameplay, so definitely worth doing. And the last thing that I'd like to touch on here is the times 1.5 next to the enhancement tab. So what it means is that when upgrading this weapon over the course of the event, you'll be saving a third of the ore that you spend on it. So if we take the example of this 4-star weapon here, which usually takes 600 of the 3-star ore to level up from 0 to 90, in this case, you'll only need to spend 400, so that's 200 of the 3-star ore, or 2 million weapon experience that you'll be saving, which usually represents weeks of grinding. So leveling the weapon over the course of the event definitely is worth it, especially since this weapon specifically is a very good weapon and you'll probably have to level it up regardless, especially if you're running a character like the new 5-star Albedo. This would be a great weapon on him, so definitely worth the upgrade.